Other people, they know that they should find their person, but they don't actually have that will. It's not very strong within them that they want it. They just think that it's a good idea, or somebody's nudging them, mom, dad, brother, sister, somebody, like, you need to get married, enough already, it's your turn. So they don't have their own will. So sometimes we have to build up that desire to have a partner, because if I don't have a desire to have a partner and somebody comes into my life, I'm not feeling really satisfied that you're here. I was good on my own. I didn't need you. And even if the right person comes in, I still might reject them because, and I didn't make, I'm whole on my own. So I feel complete on my own. I have zero space for another person to exist in my world. Whether it's true or not, it doesn't matter whether we are or aren't whole. It's a whole nother discussion. But just the fact that I feel, some people have said to me, I'm really satisfied with my life. I like what I do. I like where I live. I like my whole little world here. Bringing somebody in is actually really complicated, because now I can't do what I always did. And I'm not happy about that. There's a book called The Missing Piece by Shel Silverstein. Do you know that book? It's like a circle, almost like a little Pac-Man with a little wedge taken out, okay? And it rolls and rolls, and it has this whole story, it rolls and it smells the flowers, and it goes up mountains and down mountains, and right, it has all these amazing adventures, and it sings this little song, I'm looking for my missing piece, I'm looking for my missing piece. Heidi ho, here we go, I'm looking for my missing piece, right? And then it like goes on its dates, and it finds a piece that's too big and too small and too pointy, and right. And then one day it finds the piece, the perfect piece, right? And all of a sudden it starts rolling and rolling, and it's going faster than it ever went before. And but it can't do everything that it always did. Can't stop and smell the flowers in the same way, and it's not going on the same adventures. And then it was like, oh, so that's how it is. And then it puts the piece down, and it keeps rolling on, going, oh, I'm looking for my missing piece. I'm looking for my missing piece. That book drives me crazy. I'm so mad. I'm so mad at the end of that book. I'm mad. You put down your person. You let go of your person because you said, I can't do what I always did because now I have this person in my life. And my answer is, right. Yes, you can't. You're right. We have to do things differently. We have to behave differently. We have to act differently. We have to interact with the world and ourselves and our space very differently when we have somebody else in our life. And no, you can't do it the same way. And there's not always a consciousness of that. Like you said, we just want to, I go about me, I plug you in and like, good, here we go. I couldn't do what I'm doing right now if my partner and my husband was not on board with this. If he was not on the same page saying, sure, go, travel the world, make an impact, do this with the business, I'll stay home and raise the family. If he wasn't doing that, then I couldn't do this. And we've been married 20 years, and I never did this in 20 years, right? So 18 out of 20 years, 19 out of 20 years, I was home, I was with the kids, I did everything, on that end. It was like I was, he was out working and I was home full time. And then it was like 75-25. And then we did like 50-50 as my business picked up. And then it kept shifting until he shifted out of the workforce, but also because we moved to Israel and made Aliyah. And his business was not transferable and mine was. But if he wasn't in support of this, I'd have to drop my piece and I'd still have a missing piece and I'd be just doing my own thing in the world. We're doing this together. And the merit of everything that I'm doing is because of what we have together, because the family is stabilized, because we are on the same page in terms of making space for each other and making space to do something significant in the world as well.